right, welcome to the Translucent Podcast once again.
And my lane is the positive music. You know, a lot of...
Welcome to the How Do You View You podcast with your host, Griffin Stein. Today we have Bree and Joaquin, Richmond innovators and movers and shakers out here. Bree, introduce yourself and tell people a little about yourself.
What's up? I'm Bree, and I'm a counsel and web developer.
Joaquin?
What's going on? I'm Joaquin. I've been at CoBiz for about a year and here enjoying this space and working with a lot of people in the community.
Good. So we do our podcast at CoBiz, and that's how I met Bree, and that's how I met Joaquin. Feeling flows and everybody talking to each other, and then we decided, you have information, I have information. Everybody, let's get together. We building a network. That's all we doing is building a network. Now everybody know who everybody is, and you say, hey, Bree can do this, or Griff can do that, Joaquin can do this, or I can do this for Joaquin. It's to add value to what he's doing, or it's just starting a real network that we can lean on, because just like I know, people will say one thing and then don't do the other. So if you have a group of people that's doing everything they say they're doing, cause that's powerful. That would be a powerful thing. So. I guess I can go into how I found out that you were ghosting on some of the. That ain't the term. Some people use ghosting for other stuff.
Yeah,
but
I'm like,
for where you going with this? No, for Miss Shiloh. But first, that's when you introduced me into that crypto,
Absolutely.
And I wanted to just give a high level on the ins and outs of crypto.
Absolutely. I'm an office lead here at CoBiz, and here I work reception, and I also do some graphic design and a few other, management things in the building. And from there, I've met quite a lot of people at the front desk. I make a point to get to know each person that enters the space. And so with that, I've been getting to know different fields that people are in, different future fields and industries, and just a lot of great information. And it's great because actually I used to be a security guard, and in this building that was like full of just small businesses, but small businesses in the financial district. So like some of the,
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't realize at the time, but after spending some years, it's been like really rewarding to understand some of the things that I've learned. So being here, I've met a lot of business owners and a lot of people that are studying things, and especially Joaquin, who's studying business, and he's taught me quite a lot about crypto. I've met Don because I've seen him every weekend when I'm here working, and I come here. That's one of the reasons why I joined CoBiz, because they allow me to utilize the space in order to continue my business. And with that, I've networked and met so many different people like Don and like Joaquin, and a lot of clients like Miss Tamara Shiloh, who has this book, Just Imagine. And actually Don and his team have done some Halloween videos for some of the Halloween books that's available in our store. So check this out, multiculturalbookstore.com, Miss Tamara Shiloh. And yeah, and look out for Don's Halloween books. Man, it's so spooky. I'm telling you.
Spooky.
And I saw it, I got scared. I was like, oh my God. I love it.
Yeah.
But yes.
So on your advice, I went to Crypto, Coinbase. So I have an account. I bought some dumb stuff. I bought some dumb shit. I bought US dollars.
You have US dollars.
Yeah, I did, because I thought
Americans.
What it does is it shows it accrues. That's not the right word, but it grows a little bit.
Okay.
But like a very little bit. But every second, but it's like a millionth of a penny.
0.50.
Yeah. So it was growing technically, so that you could annual
Percentage
yield. Yeah.
yes,
Okay.
yes.
So I did wrong. What's right?
Well, certain other coins can give you a better APY. I believe one of the coins is Tezos, and that APY would be around 4.50.
Ooh.
And also a new coin that they put out, Cosmos. It's 5.0.
Oh, I saw that.
Earning. But when you put it in there, it's like a gamble. You don't know what you're going to get.
No.
Get out, so you can't be scared. But it is the future. Digital currency is around the corner, and they're competing with other countries such as China with the yuan, and Japan next year will have a digital currency.
So do you think everybody should have at least some kind of digital currency?
Well, the Senate right now is talking about digital currency right now, today. And it's the turn of the future.
Okay.
I'm in El Cerrito right now, and I have a Bitcoin ATM across the street from me where you could take a certain amount of money in. So it's just like back in the day when computers came out or anything, we just trying to be ahead of the curve.
Yeah. Damn. So you only have the crypto trader? What was it called? Coin?
Okay, it's platforms to purchase crypto. And to join the platforms, a lot of times they're going a lot of personal information. I just joined another platform called Binance, and it wants your address, proof of address, screenshot.
I was scared because they want my social security number. I was like, cause I don't feel comfortable yet.
Well, that's because maybe in the future they had some coins you might buy for $700, and then in a month from now you'll see it $49,000. Like you seen the one, was it the Yearn Finance?
Yes.
So it fluctuates so quick. They want to track who you are, but there's other things that transfer and wire the money to other places.
Oh.
When I learn more,
Yeah, we'll have to have a episode about that. Man. So you personally, how do you feel about crypto?
Crypto for me is a resource and insurance. So with that, it's what I can see is that the US dollar is failing, and we're like $27 trillion in debt. And so with that, I think about, history. History of other countries, history of other people that have power. I think that the United States has an advantage because we have so many laws where many people from other countries that are powerful and wealthy can come here and live out their dream and also participate in things that they can't do in their own countries. But Americans need to realize that those people have also participated in owning our countries. And so when the US dollar fails, it doesn't mean that, everybody in the US is going to be broke. It's those who don't participate in other currencies. And so the best thing to do is to have a currency that's backed by gold. And the US dollar is not backed by gold. So that's why you have so many people talking about gold and silver and all that stuff, because that is what they call God's money. And the reason why they say that is because it's natural. You can go any other country, whatever, they'll accept it because it's not a popularity issue.
Or
what I mean?
Faith-based.
Right.
Dollar is faith-based, man.
It goes up and down. In fact, there is the usdebtclock.org that you can check out, and you can see the US dollar just dropping. So that's why it's important to participate in that. So I participate in cryptocurrency because it's something that's just, it's not as cost, like it's not such a big gamble as it may seem. You really have to do your research, have friends, communicate with other people, and also just, have faith in yourself, and then you can participate. I do want to talk about what it is first, and maybe that can invite you all to check it out and do some more research. So, crypto is basically having an allegiance to something of secret. So with cryptocurrency, it's a decentralized bank, meaning that it's not tied to one country or one organization. It's tied to multiple networks in different parts of the world. So if the US decides not to deal with cryptocurrency, that's okay for you, because that means you can go anywhere else and use it. And it's a median, meaning that just because it doesn't belong, it belongs to you. So you can transfer it, and that gives you power. And when you're empowered with your financial situation, that's the only thing that's going to save you. So it comes from the Greek word called kryptos, which means hidden. When it's decentralized, it's not for the world to see, the world's governments. It's not their property, it's your sole property. There's a definition that says it's tied to a central bank. That's, not always true. It's decentralized, like I was saying. So that means it's encrypted, which is basically a code, data, information, and stuff like that. So, of course, some things are very vulnerable, some things are not, like, I don't know. You could say, oh, well, my money could just be gone. What's $10? There's crypto that's worth less than a cent right now. There's crypto that I bought in March that has tripled, quadrupled, quintupled. I barely passed high school, so I don't know what else the other words are. But like I said, it's a different form of currency. It's a currency that's independent. And I think that a lot of the world to understand that you should protect yourself and watch out for yourself. And this is a way to protect yourself and watch out for yourself.
Well, I do have a question for Joaquin, though. Did you get rid of all your U.S. dollars in lieu of big...
It's a gamble. Like sometimes I might have money in a savings and I put my money in a different crypto. The Tezos I was speaking about, where I knew it was acquiring money for me and building. There's coins that staking, where it will stake for you, and you can make a large amount of money monthly because you're creating more coins. That's something deeper that to get into. But for me, I wanted to save money, make money, and it felt better than the stock market if you invest in.
So that's the thing. It's so you're not. This is not your savings. This is your retirement.
Well, I hope there'd be a good month next month. If things change, I'll be real happy. But for me, I just put in because I believe in the future and what's coming.
Gotcha.
So I'm not. Whatever I invest, I'm not worried about this year, next year. It's just savings. It's basically a good savings.
Yes,
gotcha.
Okay.
But it's you can use pretty soon when you go to a restaurant, you're going to be able to pay with your cryptocurrencies and everything. Right now, they're scanning QR codes, and in America, before this happened out here, I was in Shanghai, and using an app out there where my friend that was Chinese was saying, out here, we're not even going to be talking to each other pretty soon. People are just going to be on their phones. You don't got to talk to the waiter. Just order your food and cash out. Whatever platform that you will have. They're ahead of time over there. So, I sometimes want to look at, what they're doing in other overseas countries.
Yeah, for sure, because it could be a forecast.
This is what's coming our way, right?
Yeah.
So, for me, it's an investment, and also now they have, with Coinbase and certain platforms, they're tied to your debit card, so you can spend your money just directly from there. So it's good, and it's going up and down. You could take a loss. But
you can take a loss anyway, really. True. In this economy, we all taking losses.
2020, right?
Yeah, it was a rebirth for some, though.
But yeah, for me overall, though, I when Bitcoin became popular, I bought a lot of. It was hard to see where your money went. The wallets, it's where you store your money, and then there's certain ways when you have a certain amount, you want to hide your cryptocurrency. You have hackers out there and all that. But a lot of these platforms, they're really good. Your security's good, but later on we probably get into certain wallets that you have to store your cryptos and because it's pretty when it becomes money that you're using all the time and you have a large amount, then you got to be protected. It's something new.
So
for sure. Flaws. Maybe it was like that when gold turned into the dollar.
I believe it was. It was the gold rush, and then the
we got kicked to the side, so at least we could play right now, and we could have dividends if it works out for you.
And anybody can start one. I do the way that Coin Trader was Coinbase. I'm sorry, Coinbase. It's a blue app with a white C in it. Go to Coinbase and figure out. Buy something. Buy something and look. Do your research and just jump into it and. $20. I did $200. But I tell you right now, it's 154 right now. Unresearchable. I was like, oh, I'm a Capricorn. I was born in the year of the ox, so I'm gonna buy ox.
But that's a good one because it did go.
It did go. That's what bounced money back up. Actually, is the ox, and then auger. I think I did because it had something to do with gold. The science code of gold is AU. So I was like, let me do AUG or something I did. I don't know. Mine was all feeling based. And that's not how you win.
You know what? I can say that I bought ox at on March 16th, which was actually the weekend of the shutdown. And I got about $20 worth of that, and it was 14 cents. Today, it's worth 40 cents. So, like Joaquin was saying, you just have to have patience. I'm not looking to cash this out. There's things that I purchased, like invested, like I bought a piece of land in May. I sold it, never stepped foot on it, but I made it back triple.
Yeah.
So it's like things that you just invest and just have your patience. Don't look for like the rush thing. That fast money is always going to be there, and it's, I collect fast monies, but that patient money is like
that's that money.
That's the key.
And it's good to invest overall. A lot of people, we don't think of investing.
No.
Right.
Them shoes ain't no investment.
I still get shoes.
Yeah.
But just seldomly. I get, you know what? I was listening to somebody named Brother C. Freeman, and he said true prosperity is having what you want and what you need. So I get what I want and I need. I don't just buy shoes that's just like, because it's the hottest or whatever.
And that's why some people do it.
Right. I get what I want. I go in shoe stores, and if I don't see what I want, I walk out.
And that's how you should be.
Absolutely.
You shouldn't be, the Yeezys came out, I gotta get them.
Right.
You don't even know what they look like yet, but you gotta get them.
Dude, I saw this waiter in downtown Oakland. I was at District, and everybody was trying to get his attention, right? Because there's music going. He's working at the tables. The place is full. This is a Friday night. It was lit. And I said, hey, Yeezys, because he had on some Yeezys. And then he turned around. I knew it, because you only buy Yeezys.
For that attention?
I knew it would call his attention.
Now, how much
I don't know him.
Yeezys? I don't know nothing. No
Currently, we could pull it up on GOAT.
When they first came out, were they like 1,000 or so?
No.
Oh, who's Yeezys? That's
I don't buy shoes
right?
like that, so
Okay.
I don't know.
I got some Yeezys right now that's on sale from $230, but right now it's $184. Because these are the ones that just haven't sold out, because all the other ones have been selling out. But he decided, he already put out, I believe, that he wasn't going to advertise the Yeezys because it sells himself. So that's a pretty bold thing. So, I respect Kanye West in that respect. I know that he's been losing his mind, but he's been trying. I just saw a picture of him with Master P at Rap Snacks. Like, I know he's been hanging with Dame Dash. Like, he has his moments, but, he's working with Biggs again. Like, he has his moments, but he's got people around him trying to get him back on track. And I respect that. Yeah. So, he lost his mind. He says some out-of-pocket stuff. I'm not real high on him, but we need individuals like that to call attention to really important things. I think he even said some wild stuff. He said, until Adidas puts me on the board, we're rocking Jordans. And I snapped a shot of my Jordans. I snapped a shot of my, you heard, you know what I'm saying? Like, so,
Did he get on the board?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't think so. But, that's dope. We need that, We need that. We need people to speak up for black people, for black brands, and for just black things, black empowerment, black everything. So, and before and after, whatever. So, before we get off course.
Yeah, I don't want to hold him. He said he had stuff he had to do, so.
Yes.
It's good talking.
Thank you so much.
Networking. It's a beautiful place, too. Come and mingle. Co-biz. And I moved here about 4 years ago. And being here is it's a good place. It's organic. And I started saying, I don't know about the Bay. I had fun in Texas. I'm originally from the Bay, but it's hard to maneuver and catch everybody at once. Where you're just not parting to be in a place where you use your mind and gifts with each other. So it's a good place to come check out. Then come holler at Bree. She got it locked down with the currency stuff.
Yeah, we'll get you on another episode.
Absolutely,
for sure.
Joaquin has a lot of knowledge. Like I love speaking with him and picking his brain. He's got me on this move for real, and it's just some great things.
And we try to eat good in the future, right?
In the future, man. That's what we're doing. Put all these seeds down. Yep.
Reach, run, teach us all. Nothing but love.
All right. So, Bree, what is BC?
Yeah, it's actually B Casa Management because my full name is Brianna Casanares, and I got into management. Not necessarily management of anyone's business, but just, managing certain, aspects of other businesses. Mm-hmm. So, way back, I used to do audio engineering. And with that, I've worked with quite a lot of artists. And from there, when you're engineering, you really catch on to what you're recording. And you almost have a sense of, how can I say, attachment to the projects. So with that, I used to work with the artists to ensure that it would, get out and get to, the world and just everything. So we started, getting stuff distributed and got into distribution and publishing and copyrights and just a lot of stuff. And it got me really interested in contracts and just doing a lot of different businesses, because the more that I got involved, the more I understood that it had a lot less to do with talent. It had everything to do with business. And then so over the years, I started working with different clients, but the clients that I would work with were the people that were willing to invest financially in what they were doing. And so that became less and less artists, of course.
Yeah, really.
But it was with people that I really respected and admired and pushed me and taught me a lot of things. And so doing that, I started the company B Casa Management, and from there doing production, I got into DJing. So I was like DJ B Casa, B Casa Nova, all that good stuff. But I kept on with the B Casa Management, it's my name, and I just wanted something, nice, short and sweet. And
you have any artists now?
Yeah, actually, R.S. Greedy. He just released a single called Best of Me. It just hit genius.com. Check it out. That way you can check out the lyrics as well as the YouTube. He just got that video dropped by Stewie Films. I believe the producer is Link Up. And then also, I do work with a number of different industries, which is why music really kind of tied me into getting into those different things. It was pretty dope because, like I said, just doing all the copyrights and distribution, it taught me negotiation skills and reading contracts and just all that stuff. It got me more into business. And then also, with music, you meet a lot of fake people and disheartening people. And you kind of is this what I want to do?
Do I want to be around this snake pit? Yeah, I know.
Yeah. And it got to the point, too, where I would go to events and I would see my favorite artists and I didn't want to say anything to them because I didn't want them to ruin, the music. You know what I mean? You meet somebody who's I can't hear you talk yourself up all day. And just, so I stopped doing that. But anyways, with that still, I got into web development. And consulting, dealing with artists as the internet grew, we had to grow online.
Yeah.
So then, I started doing DJing. So internet DJ for the internet radio. That was when it was called internet radio. Back in the day, I learned Sand Vibe. And I was doing all this, like I mentioned before, doing security. I had my laptop. I learned how to do graphics, audio engineering, production, DJing, internet radio, just anything. They was like, you got to put that laptop away. I was like, bro.
This is my life. Yeah.
Man, I took full advantage, and that was great. So anyways, with all that, working on all those things, I ended up seeing this new group of people in the building coming in. The building I was talking about where it's all small businesses. So I saw these guys. They were European guys, hella fly. You know, it's hard to miss because it's like, yo, you know, who's these cool guys out of all these lawyers and doctors and, you know what I'm saying? And so one day, one of these dope dudes, you know, he's walking around with a DJ, and it was a DJ board. And my father had got me that same board. I'm trying to figure out what that board was, but it's Native Instruments. And my dad always got me software that nobody else was using. So he was, you know, everybody's using Pro Tools. He got me Cubase. You know what I'm saying? And you know what? With Cubase, I had auto-tune, and I didn't have to get a plug-in. It was German-based. Everybody in Europe and Asia uses Cubase, but I learned Cubase. And people was coming to my studio talking about why I need to record on Pro Tools. Like, yo, it's the same shit.
Why?
It's so stupid. Anyways, and then he got me Ableton Live when all the schools were teaching Ableton Live. So I was like, okay, cool. So it was amazing because on Ableton Live you can mix, record, make beats. You can do anything on Ableton Live. It's still my favorite. And then so with the DJing thing, he got me Native Instruments. No, matter of fact, he got me Machine to make beats. And nobody else was... So my father put me in a lot of situations where niggas was like, that'd be crazy. But you know, he provided for me because he did not have to do that. I had a great father that gave me tools that a lot of other people didn't have access to. And so when I got a DJ system, I wanted to buy it myself. So I got with Native Instruments, and it was called the Tractor. Forgive me. So I had the Tractor, and so when I saw that guy come in, Alvaro, he came in with his Tractor. I was like, yo, what you doing with a DJ board? So he told me that he was building this software called Pulse Locker, which is a DJ software program. And so more and more we started talking, and he let me know that, you know, they needed somebody to do hip hop. So I was like, for sure. So I did all this research. I was, you know, every time he walked past, my dad was like, yo, I'm working on this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was trying to make a way. So one day I had a mishap at the job, and they couldn't wait to let me go. So I got let go. But hey, I called that dude after a month because I was working construction at the time, and that was like my favorite job. Like, I love construction, great innovative minds. But anyways, I called him up. I was like, yo, let's get started. And he was like, we don't have it in the budget. I said, I will intern. I can't give you college credit. I don't go to college.
He was giving you every reason.
Yeah, I was like, but I was like, I don't care. So from the first floor in the basement, I went back to that building, and I was an intern for that company. I went to the very top floor because that's where they were subletting. So it was kind of uncomfortable coming back, but it was kind of wild because I had worked in that building for about 5 years, so I knew everyone.
Oh, yeah.
And so they thought that I was a goner, whatever rumor, but then, you know, I'm coming in, dress how I want to dress, and there to listen to music and create a way.
Man.
So from there, we ended up moving like 3 months later, which was awesome because I needed a change. We went into what was considered one of the first generations of workspaces, which was called Invention Hub. And with that, it was just an open space like our collaborative space at CoBiz. That's how it was, but it had conference rooms. So because I was doing music, I only went there 3 days a week, and I went there when music was released. So this was a change when people stopped buying CDs, because before, a lot of music came out only on Tuesdays. So now everybody's just dropping music whenever they want. Yeah. But guess when they are? Friday. As y'all know, Thursday night, 9 p.m. in the West Coast, that's when music drops. Friday, you know what I'm saying, 12 p.m. in the East Coast. So I would come in on Friday, and I would update the site, you know, my selection of what I thought was hot. And then after that, you know, I kind of had to move on to looking at blogs and charts and seeing what was more. So I kept doing that, and I started seeing different like record labels, distribution labels. Then I ran out of music that I liked, and so I had to research music. When I was on the train, I was asking people, "What's your favorite song?" I was asking everybody, and I kept getting different answers, and that was the beautiful thing. You know how much music was out there?
Man,
I did hip hop, R&B, and top 40 pop. So with that, I could do virtually any type of music.
Can fit it in. Yeah. It'll fit
Absolutely. So I worked with that company for a minute. They ended up dissolving, and I ended up getting asked by the office lead at that building if I wanted to continue working there, because he knew that I had other things going on, and I was utilizing it to, meet with people. And I also developed a site called BayAirRaps.com, which lists concerts and events. So I was always bringing in photographers that wanted to join that website, so that way they can cover concerts.
Yeah.
So through all that information, I was able to build up on PR, AR people that I could hit up and say, yo, can we cover this concert? So when I would do that, I would get more photographers that wanted to join the team. So I would be like, okay, cool, slide through, we'll do a tryout. You come shoot my clients. My clients now have updated photos consistently.
Headshot, yeah.
So within about 3 to 4 years, I had 27 different photographers come in and join the team. And so with that, I've had a lot of marketing material and stuff like that for the artists I was working with and the different clients. So that was really dope. And basically, so dude knew that I still needed a spot to do that. And it was a beautiful building. I mean, we were in the dog patch, had just very well constructed, beautiful stuff, well furnished. So I really wanted to stay. And so he was like, how much can you do it for? This is gonna sound crazy. I told him $50 a month. He gave it to me for $50 a month.
Wow.
So I was there in this.
Really?
I was in a luxury apartment building that we were attached to. So upstairs on the roof there was 2 gas grills, a view of the city, the bridge, the Oakland Bridge.
Wow.
A jacuzzi. And I told that man I can afford $50 a month, and he said yes. He hooked it up.
Wow.
So then a year after that, that space ended up closing because the company that owned it wanted to just do their other things because it wasn't their only sole money for it.
Yeah.
This was something that they were doing because it's new, at this time, workspace.
Get it known,
Yeah. So anyways, they asked, they had a whole list of different workspaces that I could go to in the city that was willing to match the contract. So I decided to go to Rocket Space in the financial district because I love the financial district. Mind you, I was working as a security guard in the financial district, so I saw this one, and it was literally right around the corner from the place that I got fired.
The security, yeah.
The same Walgreens, my same 7-Eleven, my same coffee shop. I want to go there. Rocket Space worked with Uber, Nike. And so when dude interviewed me, he said, well, you can be in this area that's only open during business hours. And it was super lame, like wooden chairs, wooden stuff. I was like, nah. You guys said that you would match my contract. I can only work on these days. And this is what my contract at Invention Hub said. So it was nighttime. It was, like weekends. That's when I wanted it. So they matched my contract.
What?
And they put me on a floor with a pool table and conference rooms for $50 a month.
Oh, that's
So from there, I was able to continue my counsel and web development because I always had a workspace to go to. I always had a space where I could meet other people, network with other people, move up. And plus, I loved being in an office. With that, they ended up closing like 3 months later.
goddamn.
And said that they were only going to deal with corporate companies, meaning only the large companies. So all the entrepreneurs, we had to bounce. But because of that, I got a free month and a half. So that was cool. But then I started going from Richmond, whatever. I'm still doing counsel, and I'm getting less and less and less and less in love with music. Excuse me, not certain people. It's not that I've been burnt necessarily. It's just that I started understanding the industry, and I started understanding business, and I started understanding that the only way that black individuals can really make it is to go into business for themselves and need to stop looking at just only entertainment and stuff. So I started getting more conscious, and I started saying, like, you know what am I doing this for? I love this stuff. I'm passionate about it. I have great skills out of it. I got everything that I wanted. You know, the site has done so much for me indirectly. It's just amazing with Bay Area Raps. But I needed more. I was like, you know, I want to do more things, and I don't want to be pigeonholed. I don't want people to deny me only because they think I'm hip hop or only because I'm music.
And they will. They say, rap music is everybody killing each other. I was like, it's gospel rap out of there, and it don't make everybody love each other. And if I listen to country music, it don't make me a cowboy. So I don't know why this music can make you into something that you're not. But, you know, you got to deal with the stigma of it. But, so do you still DJ?
No, I stopped DJing many moons ago.
Oh, okay.
Man, I got tired of those promoters. Man, we didn't do too well in front of the door. What does that mean, bro? Give me my money? Nah. It was so fun, but I didn't have a passion for it. It was just a way to make some money. It was opportunity. That was the thing, and I always liked a business. And that's what I love, business. I wanted to tap into those other industries because of the stigma that you're talking about.
Yeah.
But I don't deny it. I love music, and I think that more people need to respect it and understand that they have been inspired by it, regardless if they recognize it or not.
They will.
Exactly.
I think it's a shift coming. And the only reason I'm saying that is because you can't. It's always like a bubblegum era in every music. I think hip hop is going through that bubblegum, but it's about to be. Well, my album is dropping. Rave's album is dropping.
Get it.
So everybody in the Dark Network is going to drop something, and it might be gritty, but it ain't this. I don't even want to try to pretend I know what some of these dudes are talking about, or women, or anybody. It's just, but if it's your muse, do it, and I'm gonna applaud you just for the effort. But don't sit and tell me, oh, I recorded this whole album in 15 minutes. Like, man, I know I can listen and hear that you ain't perfecting your craft. You just trying to throw something out with a beat behind it. But so, what business are we talking about? Are we talking about coding?
That's the thing.
What's the one?
I just love
all business.
Oh, okay. I love business, but that's what got me into counsel. So after all those things that I discussed, right, I decided, I dedicated myself. I said, look, I need money, but I'm not going to dedicate myself to any full-time job. So I was very fortunate. My grandfather actually bought a house in Parchester Village in the 50s, and they paid it off in the 80s. And so because of that, I had a family home to go to when I was offered that internship, you know. So I was able to kind of go ahead and move and not worry about large rents or anything like that. And I was able to come in and take care of our utilities, kind of structure it in a way like on our refrigerators, like you write your name, the date, the confirmation number, nobody fucks with you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's great too to like, cause it shows accountability in the house and respect. Like, you know, nobody has to boost and boast, and you know, it makes it for a nice harmony. So with that, I was able to, you know, to kind of chill out, and I dedicated myself. I said, look, I'm not gonna take any full-time jobs that will cause my career to like just disappear, and I just end up with a job. I really had to like buckle down.
So how did you decide that? Like, it's certain people that, you know, we get caught up in this. People don't like when I call it slavery, but
call it that.
Yeah, the slavery of an 8-hour-a-day job. That's a lot of time out of your life.
Right.
So how did you? Like you said, it was because of the home, but you still made that decision before you knew about, you know, all of the other stuff. So how did you come to that? How did you get the bravery to not have to commit to it?
I told him I can only pay $50 a month, bro. I've been working on my bravery. Plus, you know what? I rock with the African spiritual systems. You know, I tap in. And so it's not all me. You know, I really try to tap into myself, and that helps me to be brave and trust myself and trust others.
I'm going to say this because it was me and it was Rave. So Rave told me, he said to me one day, he's like, man, King. You gonna? I said, I don't like being called King. I just don't. I don't care for it. It denotes something, this and that. And then he said, well, you know, it is what it is. And then he put a post up that said, yeah, a crown is a custom size, and you gonna have to sit in it. So you know, something along those lines.
Okay.
And I was like, God damn it. I'm gonna have to just, fulfill my destiny. And it hit me like that. So when you say tap in to your thing and trust this and trust yourself, that's the hardest person it was ever to trust was me.
Wow.
And I know it sounds dumb, but
No, it doesn't.
It's just when you think when you're told that a lot of stuff you do is wrong, and you see that everything you think, like it's to the point where people will say, oh, he just do rap music. He just play basketball. He just selling drugs on the. People will diminish what you are, so you start second guessing yourself on almost everything when it ain't even nothing. Like, I want cinnamon gum or do I want juicy fruit? You're like, cuz, oh, Jesus, I don't know. Like, cuz, buy them both. It's so how that trust is crazy. So how did you tapping in, and you gotta have wins though. Wins help.
Wins
with that.
definitely, but all the photographers that I was working with, they all wanted to shoot the hottest shows out here. Now, like I was saying, like when I would see some of my favorite artists, I wouldn't even want to talk to them because I knew what could potentially happen. It's not to write them off. I do talk to some artists and have some great relationships with artists, But if it's somebody that I don't know, and just because I see them one time, doesn't mean I have to,
Jump out, yeah.
So, and that's out of respect for them too in their space.
Yeah.
So with that, it's I had these guys that were asking for shows that were just like, YG's coming. I don't have a relationship with the promoter, but I gotta, make it happen. So what I started doing is, okay, if I don't have a relationship with the promoter, then it's your responsibility to find me the information for the person that's putting on the show. Now, you don't necessarily have to give me all that information, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I need to know specific things. Date of the show. Where is this happening? The promoter. If you don't give me these three things, I can't guarantee
anything. Yeah.
And not only that, I'm not going to go on a goose chase to get you free tickets to some guy I've never heard of. I don't care. So with that, I've had to put a lot of people that was under certain responsibilities, certain standards, certain things that I needed because I knew what I wanted to do, how I wanted to live my life, how I wanted to live my day, how I wanted to go throughout my day. So I wasn't going to interrupt myself for somebody else.
Yeah.
And even if it could benefit me or not, it doesn't matter. This is Earth. We're in the Matrix.
Yeah.
So let me chill. Let me find my heaven. So with that, we would get the information, and then I would have to hit up the individual. And a lot of times, it would be for non-black artists with non-black representatives. Working with non-black coordinators, doing black music. And a lot of times I'm working with a non-black photographer. So me as a black person had to go through a lot of different uncomfortable conversations with non-black individuals for black music.
Yeah.
They're acting as if I don't have the right to cover it or to provide an opportunity. You're coming to my city that, I used to intern for Thizzler. I used to put up posters, flyers, all types of stuff. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? I feel a part of the Bay Area when it comes to, nightlife. I feel like I put in some work.
Yeah.
So I take offense when individuals come here and just, but then that helped me to understand that nobody owes me anything.
Yeah.
And also, when I went through a situation where I asked a coordinator, could we get in? He never responded. I hit up the corporation. The corporation hit them up and said, basically, for him to hit me back. He was upset with that, and he told me that I only need to call or hit him up. If he would have hit me in the first place, I wouldn't have to go over that, but it doesn't matter. I had to recognize that, this guy's an employee. He doesn't own this company. How did I learn that? From Dame Dash. He really empowered me. So with that, I said what I said. He responded back that my Instagram just looked like a photo gallery. I don't care. These kids don't like flyers. They don't like, I got to mix it up.
Yeah.
And I have photographers. Great. So that's your opinion. That's an employee's opinion about what I service. So I still had to go through that. And he denied my request for like a year and a half. And I still kept sending him. I didn't care. Whatever. And finally, it was Snoop Dogg that accepted ours for the Oakland Arena. And then from there, I started getting more and more into the arenas. And then it was even Logic at the Chase Center. That was like one of the first performances. So it was just like, I just stuck with it. It really toughened me up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I had worked in construction. I've worked for UPS. I mean, a lot of stuff where it taught me a lot of great things. How to change. UPS taught me how to adjust to changing conditions. Always keep a pin on you, you know? Construction always taught me to think innovatively. Don't wait for an instruction manual.
To get it done, yeah.
Don't do dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? Just don't be a jackass. That's definitely helped me on like just trimming myself coming up, and as along with that spirituality systems. Tapping in. Everything is black. The chakras. All those. When you go to any type of grocery store in the Latin area, you're going to see a lot of 7-day candles. Tap in. That's part of the African spiritual systems. It all came from one place. It just went east and west, whatever. So I tap into all that, and that really makes up who I am today.
Women in business. So the one thing I do like about the co-biz, when I see all y'all here, is it's a lot of women really getting up and doing a lot. And I think they always did. I just never really seen it, because when it's any kind of business, it was always like the icy lady or it was the corn lady. But it was a lady. It was always a lady doing stuff. So do you feel like the is it a woman empowerment here, or is it a community? How do you feel? Because I think it's more women than men here right now.
Man, are you talking staff? Yes.
I'm talking about staff, actual people in the spaces coming in and utilizing the spaces.
I think that reflects the world. Unfortunately, there's a lot of black men that, we all know. That's the reality. And I'm not going to take it up for like, women are more and more driven or more and more. Black men are dying out here. Black men are being hunted, and that's what it is. That's pretty much what it is.
Oh, okay. Do you find that the dudes that are here are from here, or is it just?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, okay.
But I guess, what do you mean by from Richmond?
Well, from Richmond or part of the, because the thing of the entrepreneurial spirit is, I know it's dudes doing it, and I know it's women doing it, I know it's black people, I know it's Mexican, I know everybody is taking part of it, but I really just want everybody to do it, and I don't know how. So what? Everything that I'm saying is alluding to how do we get more people in here, utilizing the space, men or women.
We do have a lot of men that are here. Mr. Stan comes in here each week to meet with Wesley. He does the Brothers International for the food drives that happen every first and fifth month of the year. Every first Wednesday and fifth Wednesday of the months. And Christina is our community manager. She handles that. And also with Wesley, he also really, really, really is proactive with getting a lot of black men here. Okay. As well as we have Olary Christian that's going for a school board.
I just saw his thing.
We have alum that I believe he just graduated. He's got his real estate. Joaquin that just left. Yeah. We also have Caleb who works here on Sundays. He's about 17.
Yeah, I see him.
Yeah, we have quite a few black men that's here frequently. But like I said, it's not as much as women, and that's reflective of the world, not necessarily the space. So until the world changes, you're not going to see a hyperactivity of black men in here. And not only that, but I think that there's a lot of successful black men that I know, but they're not in these environments.
Yeah.
You know, they're really much on the go. And we do have a lot of black men that have virtual mail services here, but they're just so in and out.
You don't really see them.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah. They don't need the office. They're in the field, you know. So I think that I wish that could change, but also I think that there's a lot of black people in professions that have been still caught up into working for somebody else, receiving a paycheck.
I think that's what I was like. How do you shake the slavery syndrome and trust yourself to be out in these spaces? Just this last episode I had, I was just like, if your biscuits is delicious, cook them, sell them, do something, hook up with somebody else and do stuff. But you can't put it in somebody. That spirit has to be. I think it can be cultivated, but it has to be a seed there.
It starts with you.
Yeah.
That's what it is. I'm an example. I can't make anybody do anything. I'm not trying to save niggas. Excuse my language, but I'm really not.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I think that also just with anything, like not everything is for everybody, but the more that I put out, the more that I do, I know that I'm inspiring other people.
Somebody. And I believe
Other
that.
people.
I believe that.
For sure.
I believe that. I see you moving. We see you over there, Rue. We see you, with Tamara, the multicultural. And I keep saying children. It's not. It's multicultural.
It just changed. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You just say multicultural bookstore and
gifts.
Yeah.
So, I see it. I mean, that's why you're here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
CoBiz has allowed me to be able to conduct meetings, to be able to network and speak with different individuals that come into this space and do it independently. That's the best part. You know, I'm able to be a business owner here, not an employee. I take great pride in that. I don't seek employment. I don't. Entrepreneurs are not supposed to work for money. You know, that doesn't mean that you don't come up with money, but you're supposed to seek assets and resources. That's what provides the capital.
To get you the leverage of it. Yep, exactly. I like it. That's the talk. That's the talk I want. I think that's the talk that we really need to start rapping about. Is really just saying, make it normal.
Absolutely.
Make it normal. I shouldn't automatically know how many bullets go into a 40, but I should know.
Maybe you should.
Well, maybe I should, but
it's a survival tactic.
Somebody should have told me that buying real estate at a young age is better than selling a whole house full of coca. I wish somebody would have told me that. Right. That I could have inherited my.
Man, don't knock any of that. I'm gonna tell you right now. I don't watch fiction until 6, and because of that, I gotta watch a bunch of like random real-time stuff. You know what I'm saying? So part of that, I like mob interviews, and I like mob interviews because they teach you how to be very discreet and how to carry yourself with respect and how to expect respect from other people. It's more than just the shooting and the killing and all that other stuff. There's a way to carry yourself like a gentleman and like a lady and like a business person.
Yeah.
And to also not overreact and to not overly disrespect other people.
Yeah. Because there's no bouncing back from that.
Exactly. So those guys actually built a lot of the businesses that we have today. Of course, you know, black people have participated in a lot of great things. And I think even when it comes to gang culture, that started with Europeans out here. You know, that violence and all that clicking up shit, you know? So in that way, you still have to have defense. And so, you know what I'm saying? There's people out here, they're talking about civil wars and all types of stuff. And I think there's too much softness when it comes to black people not paying attention to that. So if you know how many bullets come into a 40, now's the time.
to utilize that.
No,
Yeah.
I'm just saying to have that conversation.
Yeah,
Don't feel shy about that because they are talking about that. The opposition is looming off of that, and they're playing our music in the background. This is real. So, I mean, we ain't gotta get all into that, but I'm just saying, like, there's a lot of stuff that black people have done and thought of and all this good stuff. And I think that as long as you just care about yourself, care about others, this is not about hating anybody, but it's really about loving yourself and trusting yourself and protecting yourself and protecting other people.
Yep.
And when you do that, you inspire other people. And if they don't get inspired, then you know what? That's on them. That's their responsibility.
You did your part.
Exactly.
Yep.
Absolutely. Live in your innocence. I'm trying to live in my innocence right now. Like, for real.
Oh, man.
And part of that is having really uncomfortable conversations with certain people about certain things. Because it's like, do I want another 10 years? You know?
Yeah.
Can we nip this in the bud? But part of that, like I said, I love working at CoBiz. I love this environment. Just seeing from Invention Hub to Rocket Space and then going into CoBiz is because the day I quit UPS, I decided to go home, grab my camera, go to Berkeley. I walked past this building, and there's this girl named Jen from Mobile Lush Bar. She does a lot of cocktail drinks. She pulled me in next door where Rue is, and she said, come back. We're going to have a grand opening. So I was like, cool. I came back, and that's the day I met Wesley.
Wow.
I ended up flipping my 401k because I don't trust stocks, and UPS was drowning. So I was like, let me get my money. I flipped that, got a membership next door, and through the membership next door, I was building websites. Rue asked me to build her site. So then once I built her site, I was telling Wesley, yo, you know, I do this, I do that. And so it ended up coming into the office lead position coming about. And so with that, I was able to, you know, be honest with him about where I wanted to take it. So that way I'm not disrespecting the space.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and I was very open and honest with him. He was very open and honest with me. And let me tell you, I am still a security guard in the front. I'm a receptionist, a web developer, and a counsel, and all that. And it's just I love it. I got the best seat in the house, and it's amazing.
Wow.
I love it.
That actually sounds like a good place to end it.
Man.
This has been How Do You View You with our special guest, the empowering Bree. We appreciate you coming. You have any last thoughts or just something you want to tell people just in general?
Man, since we talked about trust, the ancient word for love is trust. So don't feel bad if you don't have to say, you know, I love you back or nothing like that. You can hold on to that love word and just be like, you know what? That word means trust. And I think more people will respect that if you let them know. Because then they'll think twice about sharing that love, you know, too.
We out.